It's time for the gaming room reveal post that I promised. I'm going to do some before, after, and progress pictures, and then I will break down in the next video the cost. So starting off not so strong, my before pictures weren't great. This is actually the best picture that I could find of the space to kind of show you what I was working with, so say hi to some of my table. The first thing to do was obviously to paint. I was kind of worried because it stayed wet for a very long time, but it dried very matte, which I was happy with. I also spray painted some picture frames, poster sized, into a matte gold because I knew I wanted all of my embellishments to be gold and contrast against that dark color. I was also able to get my homebrew incarnate map printed out at Walgreens for like $25. So I was very happy about that. I knew I wanted it on my feature wall. This is the chaos period. This is where I was trying to find homes for things, trying to figure out where things were going to go before I drilled holes or made any really big changes. The next thing I wanted to do was get all the furniture to match. I started with just some couch covers and armchair covers. I don't even know where this armchair came from. I don't know how I acquired these things, but I wanted them to kind of fit in with the space. So I covered them in gray for the couch and navy for the armchair. I also have these vinyl chairs that I knew that this color was not going to do it. They're very sturdy. I love these chairs. They're easy to wipe down, but the color was just not it. It was really never it. So I painted them using this technique that I found online, using chalk paint and furniture wax. I had to do a couple of coats of each, but they turned out really well. We've used them since, and none of the paint came off. This is half and half. You can kind of see the difference. Going back to that original picture, I just wanted to draw focus to the shelving. I replaced that shelving with 3 of these cubes from Walmart. This is not all of my games, but it is most of my games. You can see that I put like risk things that wouldn't fit. I found spaces for them. I also had this built-in that I was able to put some oversized games like Small World and Dice Forge. There are different ones that you can get that are a little bit bigger if you have a lot of big games. Also, to the left there, you can see some oversized games like 13 Dead End Drive that I can play with my niece, and all of our TTRPG stuff and D&D stuff. And this next wall is where we keep our Hall of Fame quotes that get put on the wall that get repeated over and over throughout games. I also have a big space on the left that is empty where character art is going to go. And I was able to reuse a lot of my maps, Lord of the Rings maps, my Wildemount map, maps that I wasn't going to have to put on the table anytime soon. So the maps will probably get switched out over time. This is just a kind of 360 of the space. We use that back wall. It's been chalkboard since forever. We use it to keep track of like score and darts, all kinds of things. People sign it during parties. So that is my space.